All right, it's June 15th. Is it June 15th? Who cares what the date is? This is right around the time where, the well-known growers would actually like to get a pollination. I don't have that. My plant's only about maybe 7 feet long at this point. So, yeah, we're going to be just barely making the end of June, maybe. I'm hoping. I'm not trying to grow 2,000 pounds on my first year, but it'd be nice to get something pretty big on there. We're gonna need 90 days after pollination to really get a good sized fruit on there. But as you can see here, the patch is littered with weeds, and I could go through this with a hand rake, like I said. Oh yeah, let's do this by hand, the old-fashioned way. Well, there's just too much here. I have the tiller at my disposal. I'm gonna go ahead and till this. So I've got it set at the highest setting, or least possible depth, so we're not gonna overwork the dirt too much. But yeah, we got to go through here. I got to get this stuff ripped out, because this is just awful. In hindsight, I probably could have done the amendments section by section now, since I have to till it anyway, but I didn't. So now all of the crabgrass is eating up all of my soil amendments. So yeah, well, you live and you learn. So first year problems. But let's get this all tilled up. I thought maybe this might make a decent time-lapse video. Let's find out. Woo, boy, it's muggy out here. I don't think I want to do too much out here today. All right, so we're pretty much good to go. Got it all raked out. Ugh. Well, I gotta say, it's pretty muggy out here. My camera sucks. I apologize for that. Probably won't be doing much more out here today. So I got all that tilled. I got it raked up, as you saw in the video. I don't think we didn't quite get all, like 100% of the weeds out of there, but it's going to rain this evening more than likely, so I don't have to do any watering once again. But what is that bird doing out there? So if any weeds, any more crabgrass, whatever, decides to come back up, I should be able to catch it now and just pull it out by hand, or I could bring out my my little my roller cultivator that I got. Might actually take care of them if they're small enough. And oh, by the way, I know a lot of guys, uh, well-known growers, would probably say just spray Roundup. Um, so I already had a run-in with herbicide drift from the field with some of my plants. They didn't get a direct hit, so they're not dead. They're just damaged. They'll grow out of it. It's just going to take a while. The giant is not. The 1739 is perfectly fine. It didn't get hit with anything. Some of the field pumpkins, their leaves are starting to get a little crispy, so I think it might have got a little cook there. And I just because it's always breezy out here to a certain extent. So if I spray anything out there, it's gonna get everywhere, and I just don't want to do that. So I mean, that's if other growers want to do it, that's fine. You go ahead, do whatever you think is best for your plants. That's fine. I think in my case, it was just as well to run the tiller over it, and that's probably one of the reasons the dirt is so granular as it is, because it's been tilled a few times. And otherwise it probably wouldn't be like that otherwise. But yeah, really, that's the best tool I have at my disposal to take care of things like that. So, and I'm borrowing it from a buddy who wants it back. I don't know when he's going to get it though, but I guess he can have it now. I'm probably done with it for a while. But the patch looks a lot better now. I think later on, probably this evening, I'm going to hit it. I'm going to hit everything with some nitrogen Miracle Grow. It's mostly nitrogen. I think it's 21 something, 21 4 16, 24 something 16. I don't know. There's some potassium in it too. We're going to hit everything with that. We're going to prune the giant pumpkin plant. I'll get that. We're going to bury a few nodes. So yeah, we'll be on the lookout for that. I'm not out of shape. There's just no wind. It's muggy, and there's hardly any wind, or a lot less wind than usual. I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting old. Okay, so I'm all rested up now. Oops, slipped there. And we're gonna do a little vine node burying. So the way this works is, if we can get down in here. Oh, look at it! Look at how this one twisted. It did that a long time ago. Everywhere there's a leaf is considered a node on the vine. That's what they call it. So there's a leaf, there's a flower that comes out, and then there's a side vine, another vine that comes out, which is right here. It's hard to see because this freaking leaf's so huge you can't see. Yeah, there it is. There's the side vine coming out. So what you do is you throw some dirt on top of these nodes, and they tend to send out roots, and it helps the plant grow even further. Now you can see actually down here, I'm pretty sure that's what that is. Yep. Look at down there. There's a huge taproot coming out the bottom of that. So this one's already sending out. I mean, that tends to happen anyway. But usually what we do is we'll put some of this root growth hormone, Azos. You can get it on Amazon or sometimes in the stores. And put that on the nodes, bury them a little bit, and then the roots really grow. They'll not only grow out the bottom, but also out the top. And that way you get some more nutrients into the plant quicker. So I'll try to set up my camera stand here and demonstrate this, but boy, these leaves are really creating a canopy here. I'll see what I can do. Oh, we don't want any weeds in there. Yeah, those flowers are going to probably get cut off anyway, so no problem burying them. We don't want to overdo it here because I don't want the vine to get damaged or rot. That would be a very unfortunate thing. That node, I don't know about that node there. That one's sticking up too far. I can't get it. This one, however, we can get that one there. Check that out. Get some of that on there. There we go. Get some of that on there. Some of these nodes are pretty close together. I don't want to scrape it up too bad there. Okay. Okay, so that should do it. It's not a huge plant yet. Some guys, they don't even, some guys won't even bury anything on the mains, but because I'm behind schedule here, normally a lot of guys are pollinating right about now. I'm not going to be able to do that for maybe a couple weeks, maybe more than that. So I really gotta get this thing to start hauling butt. All right, we got her all pruned up about as much as I want to do anyway. Cut off some more male flowers. Cut off, well, you saw what I did over there, but mainly it's just the male flowers for now. Once we get closer to pollination time, somewhere down there, we'll keep the male flowers just so I have something to pollinate it with, because this is the only plant I have, but it's doing really well. I mean, these leaves are just so robust and nice and hardy. They're not wilting in the afternoon sun. Of course, it's not that hot out yet. Even the leaves over here by the stump are still in really good shape. And we're seeing now the secondaries are starting to furl out here on over here. Not too close to the stump though. Usually you don't take the first few secondaries close to the stump because a lot of times they don't grow as well anyhow. So there it is. We're well on our way to pollination whenever we get this thing long enough, whenever we can get her out there and get her going.